Hello friend, it's Amy Tangerine and I'm in the studio with a plan with me / memory keeping video where I just thought I would share the process with you of filling in these blank spaces. I've got a new stamp set. These are the icons, and there's also this stamp set which has some awesome phrases, and they will be in my shop update coming later this month, perhaps on October 25th if you want to mark your calendars. But if you can't wait for these stamp sets, then be sure to check out Simon Says Stamp. I have the link below along with some of the supplies that I'm using if they are current and I could find links for them. UGG is going right there because it was a rough start to the week. I didn't line it up properly, but as you can see there, because it's a clear stamp, I could easily fix it. There you go. Okay, the soccer ball is getting put down and attached to an acrylic block. I'm dabbing it onto the ink pad and then applying firm pressure to make that nice impression. And I'm taking a baby wipe because I'm trying to force myself to clean my stamps. And I think it's a habit that's worth forming. If you have been watching my channel for a long time, you know I love using sort of the similar supplies, the same types of supplies. Clear stamps are one of them, but I don't always clean them. So my new thing is trying to do that more consistently. You can see I'm using the same color ink pad throughout, which is Peachy Keen, and I am cleaning the stamp again. And then what's nice about seeing the week laid out before me is that I can see where there's spaces and I remember what I did because I have it on my Google Calendar, which is on all my devices. So my iPhone, I actually use the native calendar on the iPhone, but it is synced up with Google Calendar. So I hope that makes sense. When I go to my computer, my MacBook Air, I'm able to see my calendar, and then on my iPad as well as, and of course my iPhone, which is always with me. So the planner, obviously you can see, doesn't bleed through. It's really lovely paper, and it's so nice to be able to find phrases that I like because I curated this and designed it in sort of these sizes that will fit into a weekly planner spread or a monthly planner spread or on your scrapbook pages or maybe even on your cards, however you like to use stamps. So Jack was away at camp for the first time. He was sleeping away from family for the first time. And so I stamped Miss You Like Crazy. And then I'm putting What Matters Most here. And I love the idea of using colors that go together throughout the week. Even though I don't always stick to this rule, what I do find is if you are behind on your planning, is anybody caught up? Are you caught up? Please let me know in the comments. Look at Can't Take the Cuteness. That turned out so good. One of the things I like to do is pull from different colors from elements. You can see that stamping there of Can't Take the Cuteness actually matches the witch's hair, or it's very close to matching. That's one of the ways of making your spreads look cohesive. Same with sticking to this one stamp set where the icons are similar in design style and aesthetic so that you can make it feel like it is harmonious and cohesive. So I'm putting the stamp back, and it's something that I do advise that you do, even though I didn't always used to do it. I have found that the stamp sets that I've loved and had for a very long time are the ones that I have taken care of and put back onto the packaging or onto the sheet and kept in a good place together. I hope that makes sense. So I'm stamping Wonderful here. And of course, I didn't realize because I was not paying attention that well. I thought it was straight, but it wasn't. And you would think with an acrylic block that was clear that I would be able to see that. So instead, I'm stamping it again and trying to deal with it. I I think I like it. I'm going to also look for other phrases because I want to make sure it's relevant, and because I was painting over here or put the painting stamp down, I'm grabbing my watercolor set. My plan is to find a color that's already on this weekly spread and match it. So I'm choosing this purple up at the top here. I've squeezed some water from the water brush down into that pan, and I'm going to pick up some of the color next door to it and then see how that looks. Now, this is just a very free flow way to approach putting color down. I don't overthink it. There are plenty of other things that I do overthink. So watercoloring for me is a technique that is supposed to feel freeing and fun, and I hope you think so too. I'm grabbing some green here, trying to stick once again to the colors that coordinate or go with whatever is already on this. Although now, instead of matching the green as I intended to, it looks like I've created a darker shade. So to offset that, I'm adding more elements in that darker shade so that it can feel a little bit more balanced and not so drastic of a contrast in that lower right hand corner. I'm adding these little stems. I don't even know what they represent, but I thought that that would be a good way to just show that there was some more green. Maybe while Jack was at Pally Camp, maybe he was experiencing a lot of nature, which he was. So let it be messy, and then stamping it once again, let it be messy. Here's the mild liner that I got from Go Wild in purple, and I'm making a little box around what matters most. It matches almost perfectly to the watercolor purple, and of course I have to grab the Pentel Touch brush markers because I love all the colors in it, and it gives me a lot of choices. I love this green. I'm just adding the little portions of filling in the details throughout the different days, writing it in. This is a great pen set. I highly recommend it, especially if you're using brush lettering in your planners, because it's the perfect size. Now I'm taking a sticker from my sticker book and I'm going to place it on top of the watercolor now that it's completely dry. I have been known to not be so patient. I don't know about any of you. Maybe you can pass along some of your patience to me, but sometimes I have not waited for things to dry and then I regret it. So I'm also trying to cultivate the habit of giving things the time that they deserve and waiting for things to dry, cleaning things right away. Ooh, look at that. Good for the soul. Ultimately, I think that's probably why you're watching this video, is because you know how powerful creativity is and how it feels good for your soul to do. Journaling and creative activities like using stamps and stickers are truly good for the soul. It feels therapeutic and it allows you to record your memories. All I'm doing here is writing little bits of what we did throughout the weekend in the same color, but I'm putting them on different days so that once again it feels cohesive throughout the week. The act of writing and crafting encourages mindfulness, helping us stay present in the moment, and it actually reduces stress and anxiety. So because we're able to engage in these forms of expression, it actually allows us to process emotions and experiences and feels like a therapeutic release, doesn't it? I truly believe it does. I want to add that let go right there, but I decided that we need a little bit more green to balance out the purple. And so once this is dry, I'm going to go ahead and adhere that let go down on top. Ooh, that splotch on Tuesday got a little dark for me, so I'm looking for a tissue or napkin just to, oh yeah, lighten some of it up. Perfect. Now taking another Pentel Touch marker or brush pen and writing down that we went to the Jack's showroom, which was very cool. Here is the Plan a Life You Love sticker book collaboration with Avery. And we've got a perfectly purple yay right here. I've been asked before what details to include, and I truly believe that you should write down whatever you feel is relevant and use the limited space to really pick out the gems, right? It doesn't even have to be that special, but something that will bring you back to that memory. Here is a stamp set I am so fond of. I must have had it. Oops, I messed up there. Well, that was user error, so I'm going to go over it and rock it, and it looks perfect. I've got this other stamp that I've actually never used from this cute set. This set, did I already say that it was by Sakura Lala? Okay, so here's the dad and daughter holding hands. The playful nature of using stamps like this taps into our creativity, boosts our mood, and invigorates our imagination, to be honest. Being able to memory keep this way in a very modern memory keeping way is so refreshing and fun, and also allows you to let go, right? Let go of what's holding you back from documenting your memories. They should live in your notebooks, in your favorite planners, in your favorite journals. You should have this creative outlet that serves you. I'm filling in just a few last details, and then I think the week is just about done. What's so wonderful about this is that I feel like this is such a treasure, full of ordinary little moments, about 25 minutes of creativity to catch up for the week. Oh, this was also to wrap up September. There's only one more day of September, so I wanted to make sure that I filled in the blanks from the first part of the month. And I made this printable, and I'm grabbing some watercolors because I realized that Amazing Things Ahead would look really good with a background of some color that sort of plays off of the printing that's already on the right where it says that quote. So I'm grabbing this brush, and it's a brush from Uli from a while ago. And because it's thick like this, I love that there is more coverage and I can easily spread the paint around and fill in the whole box, because my plan is to cut the thing out and stick it right in the center of that left page. So once it's dry, I will do that. But now I've got this old picture from, this is from Australia on one of my trips there. Gosh, I don't know, maybe in 2013, 2014. Anyway, it's a little card from Typo, and I'm sticking it down here because I just love the way that feels. Maybe that's more of what this whole thing is about, this idea of creative planning, creative memory keeping in a journal or planner like this. It really solidifies the idea that you believe that amazing things are ahead. You are so close to what you want. Just relax. I feel like the universe sends me messages and I need places to put them, or else I'm going to forget them. Sometimes the messages come into me as my intuition or as whispers, and sometimes it's very loud and clear. But what I am being called to right now is to not only let go, but to trust the unfolding and expansion and feel all the feels. Some of them aren't so great, but the ones that are so rich and so full of love, so delightful that they need a place to live. Oh, look at that stamping. Yay! So crisp, so clean. And finally, one last stamp which really encompasses everything and how I feel. I am ever so grateful for you, for watching these videos, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing. Thank you so much, and I wish you amazing things ahead.